everybody. It's Cassie Olberg from Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania, and we are here today for our YouTube Wednesday, Facebook Live Wednesday, whatever you happen to be watching on, that's where we're at. I am going to teach you a really cute technique that my good friend Connie Farrington taught me. She's so sweet. She said, "Oh, you don't have to say it was me, but it was her. It was all her girls, and she did a fabulous job." And I thought it was so fun that I want to show everybody else how to do it. So without further ado, we'll head on over there. So let me get my screen up. And this is super simple and super fun. And you can come back and you can do the replay and you can do it right along with me if you'd like. But however you decide to do it, I hope you decide to do it because it's fun. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is some bronze cardstock, bronze shimmer. It's super pretty. And I have a bunch of it in my simple sleeve, which is what I highly recommend that you use to store your cardstock and papers so that you don't forget to use them. And then we're going to come over, we're going to take the smallest custom cutting system circle, and we're going to take the green blade. Now let's make sure that I chose a piece that's big enough. And if you don't know how to do that, you have to realize that these all cut a different distance away from the blade. So we're going to put these into the tracks. It's like the teach as I go. So we're going to put these in the tracks. And we are going to just look and see, is it going to go? Yep, it looks like it's going to cut all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. So you keep it in the track and you just move it around your paper, pushing down the entire time. And what I really like about cutting on the outside is that you can go like this and make sure that you did it. Now I'm going to just get rid of this little bit and I'll save this in my simple sleeve for another time. Okay, let's go ahead and grab another piece because obviously this is not big enough to make that size of circle. So we're going to come over here and we're going to make a second one. And I'm going to put it as far up in the corner as I can so that I can conserve my beautiful bronze shimmer. Although, you know, girls, I know where to get more. So it's never an issue. I didn't pick it up first. I felt pretty safe that I had done it right. Okay, so those are our two bronze. Now we are going to come over here and we need some white ones. I didn't have any large enough pieces in my white scrap bin. So we're going to take the white and we're going to do first two small circles. And I always just go around a couple times on the inside since I can't lift the paper up and check, just to make sure that I cut all the way through. And you can kind of feel it wiggle off. And then we're going to make one larger one. And I can put this closer to the edge because as you can see, the red blade cuts closer in. Whoops. Oh, it helps if you put the actual feet into the groove. You see how I did that little bumble there? That is because one of my feet was not in the groove. So right on the outside. And now we need one of these. We're going to need this heart, and we're going to cut it with the red blade. I'm going to put it in the track just like before and cut around. Came out, but as long as you don't move it, not a big deal. Just pop it back in there. And now we have our white. Okay, put our white off to the side. I am still going to need some more bronze. As you can see, we do have these cute little eyeballs, and this is the perfect size for that, the circle punch. So I'm just going to go like this, and I turned it this way so that I can get my closest cut when you flip it over, and then just go like that so it doesn't get caught up in the top, and voila. I have two of those. Okay, let's keep going. There are more things to be cut. We are going to need these cute little eyeballs. And actually, you know what? I'm going to pause here and I'm going to start assembling, just because then we won't have to worry about losing all the little pieces, because there are lots of cute little pieces to this owl. So the first thing we're going to do is take our glorious repositionable tape and just put some, I'm going to switch which mats I'm working on now, so that I don't accidentally get tape on my pretty mat. If I do, I'll just use my new pickup square or some alcohol wipes and clean it off. Okay, so this is going to go up here like this. Then we are going to take this circle, and if you have not seen it on one of my YouTube videos already, first it would help if I put the cutting blade in instead of the scoring blade. But if you've not seen it already, my fabulous friend Tammy taught me this. If you take your circle and you put it up here, it's going to automatically cut your circle in half. So one of the many wonderful things about our trimmer. And then you're going to take and put these wings right like this on the owl. So I'm just going to flip this over, and I'm going to put a little tape there and a little tape there. And actually, you know what? I'm going to use this tape too instead. Actually, you don't have to use both. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because I'm also using it to hold my circles together. There we go. Okay. So now our owl has wings. And then the next step is to put this face mask on. So Connie said that the best way to do this is to take your circle, and you're going to just move it part way up, and then take your blue blade. And we're creating this piece down here and this piece up here out of the same thing. So this is going to come up. I'm going to take my blue blade, put it in the track. And look, guys, there's not an exact to this. So look, this is going to have a smaller one here because I didn't move it up quite as far as I did the last time. And it's good for me to show you that it works either way. It will still be a cute owl. So we're going to just take this. And we're going to put this right along here. And then we're just going to trim right along our circle. And actually, if you flip it over, it's going to be even better, because you can take these contoured scissors and you can just cut right along there and get right up against there for the best cut. Okay, so now we have that little piece at the bottom. And now we're going to take this piece at the top and we're going to trim it down to how we want it. So you're just kind of turning it into a mask. You want it to be a little bit flatter. No matter where you cut it, you're going to want to trim it a little, because it's not going to look quite right unless you do your trimmer. Yeah, I mean your scissors. Oh, I'm going to take this banner off. I meant to do that sooner. I apologize. Banner. Hide. Okay, that way we have the full part up. Okay, so now we're going to take our cute little mask and put it onto our owl. You could use regular tape for this. I use repositionable for almost everything I do. It just makes me feel more comfortable. Then we're going to take our, and by that I mean it allows me to make more mistakes and not have to worry about having to start over. So now you're going to take these, and you know, it's nice when you're doing something like this where you're not doing exact measurements, because then I could take and I could slide it a little bit if I wanted to, right? I could be like, oh, that's not quite what I wanted. Okay, now we're going to put these white eyeballs on. I'm going to go right in here. Look, it's starting to come together as an owl. And now let's cut these extra little pieces. So if you don't have this little trio punch, I'll tell you what, I use this trio punch for so many things. Hi, Mona. Are you recovered from our awesome weekend yet? Oh my goodness. So much fun, right? Okay, we're gonna come over. And first I'm gonna get my little nose. So the little nose is from this Trio Punch, and I'll tell you what, I use it all the time. So we're gonna get a nose out of the tangerine. Perfect color for, you know, a beak. I guess it's really a beak, not a nose, but you knew what I meant. You knew what I meant. Then we're gonna take the regular black, so not shimmery, and we're gonna make 4 of these to be our feet and our ears. Okay. And then we're gonna come over here to this beautiful black shimmer. Yes and yes, yay. Okay, so now for this black shimmer, we're gonna make 24 or so. I think I used 26 on this one. I used 24 on the one before that, but a bunch of these moons. And we can come back and make more later. But if you do it right along the edge of your paper, then you'll use less paper. And just keep these all in a little spot. Look, Mona, I think I'm Tammy. I'm paper crafting, right? Oh my goodness. And guys, I do like it when you type in the chat, because then I don't feel like I'm scrapbooking all alone. So that's why I talk to you guys whenever you type something to me. I'm used to having an audience, and I like to have an audience, because then I say funny stuff and they laugh, and then they say funny stuff back. But when I'm all alone, I feel like, I thought you'd think that was funny, Mona. Okay. Oh, I am going to need 2 of these black ones for eyeballs, so I'm going to go ahead and cut further in for 2 of them. And then I'm going to go back to just my moons. And did you see how every single time I do it, I punch and I flip? And the reason I do that is because I don't want my pieces to get, you know, gummed up in there or lose them. So if I punch and flip, that seems to work the best. And I'm trying to just put my moons on here so that when I go to put it together and show you how this works, I'm going to give you some little tips for how to make it work the best. But that way I can find all the little pieces that I need. Okay. I will come back and make some more later if we need them, but let's go ahead and do the next thing. So if you do not have one of these lifter sticks, get with your advisor. I know I am giving them away for my early registration peeps at my Croptoberfest. So if you are coming to my Croptoberfest, you're going to want to get registered pronto to make sure that you get yours. We're going to pick up this little circle and look at this. And then we're going to put it down where we want it. Let's see, there and there. And then I always put my repositionable tape right on, and then I wipe it off. And for me, that just works better. Some people use those adhesive pens. I have adhesive pens. I even sell adhesive pens. And I think they are great for people who like to use them. But I personally like to just take the repositionable tape and rub it off. It seems faster and easier to me, and I don't get frustrated. So I'm an impatient person, if you don't know me very well, and I like things to just be done. Okay, so we're going to flip this over, and we're going to put a little bit of tape down here for the feet. Make sure I'm on my repositionable, and a little bit of tape up here for the ears. With water goggles. I love it. No water goggles. That might be kind of cute, though. Maybe I should go back and try that. I am trying to do all owls for the month of September, so maybe that's what I'll do next, because I'll need a new owl trick, right? Okay, so now its feet are on, and again, I'm just going to wipe off my repositionable tape so it doesn't stick to stuff, unless I were going to adhere it to my page right away. Okay, so then the last thing we need to do is this really cute feather pattern on the chest. And some of you might laugh at me. This is just how I do it. You can do whatever you want. I just smear that repositionable tape right across there. And then this can come up and I can pick these little feathers up. And they don't have to be perfectly aligned because remember, it's an owl. The owl probably does not have perfectly aligned feathers. You go find an owl in the wild, he's probably not walking around with perfectly aligned feathers. If you don't have a lifter stick, again, I repeat to you, find your advisor, ask them how to get one. And what they can do is if they didn't get any yet, then they can put a request into Creative Memories, because this was actually, before it was out for Croptoberfest, it was out for a promo that they were doing, and everybody loved it so much that they brought it back out. And so they do that. When we love stuff and we tell them we love it, oftentimes they find a way to make it happen. Thank you. I think he's cute too. That's why I asked Connie if I could make him. Okay, if I had brought my multi-purpose tool over here with me, that would have been helpful right about now, because I got this one a little bit crooked. But look, I can do my fingernail. Not quite as easy. But I almost always have my multi-purpose tool right on my desk with me. But I had a large virtual event this weekend called Creative Cafe International. If you've never tried it, you should look it up. And I had stuff in another area because I was doing some online teaching. Okay, we're going to need some more moons. We're almost there. I think this might be my favorite punch they've come out with, just because it's so versatile, right? There's like a million different cute little things that you can do with it. So fun. I don't know what everybody else is doing for their Croptoberfest, but I found that when people come over and crop with me, they really want to just work on their stuff, and they don't want to get up and down as much unless they're going to go chat with a friend. But they do come to the demonstrations because they like to see them. But they're like torn. I can tell they're torn. So with doing them on the YouTube, I'm hoping that I can just post my cool things that I do right into my, I'm just cutting this so I can get to the paper to cut a few more moons. I'm going to post it right into my event group, and then they can just watch them, and they don't have to get up. And they can see them ahead of time, and so they can maximize on their time away. So I'm hoping that that works for everybody. Super excited about it. Something new I'm trying. Okay, I think I need a couple more out this way. And notice that I'm not counting, I'm not, doing an exact number. I think I didn't have any tape over here. This one came flying back at me. I'm just making them super cute. I took my my puppy Dee out for a walk today, and there was some road construction, and there was a very loud bobcat on the road, and it was making a lot of noise, and oh my gosh, she just started shaking, and I ended up having to pick my giant puppy up and carry her down the road. I said I deserve a dog mom award today. Okay, here we go. Just see how I'm just taking that repositionable tape right off. It does not mess with my feathers, but it gets the repositionable tape off. And now I have another super cute owl. And see, they can all be just a little tiny bit different. You can have your owl look different directions just by moving its little eyeballs. You can make your owl different colors. I challenged my team on our team Zoom when we did this to make a snow owl. So I had some really cute patterned owls where they took different border punches and made a definition in the wings so that you can tell the difference between the body and the wings. So lots of fun things that you can do with this owl, and you have something fun for your page. So hope you had fun, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for chatting with me, Mona, and everybody have a wonderful day.